What's good, guys? What's good, guys? And welcome to Tales of Cass.
Lego. Try and just stay focused and look into the camera and...
Alright, boss.
It's alright, yeah?
I had to pull out my camera because this time the news actually broke my heart. I have notes from yesterday night. I was like typing like you trolls and speak about COVID tier 4.
Yeah, this is just basically what's on our hearts and what's on our minds as we're thinking, we're saying.
Worked around COVID. I'm gonna take off. Always been like a person that's like, oh, I hate when people be coughing, I hate when people be sneezing, not even covering their mouth, like people be picking their nose, touching train rails. That's why I drive everywhere. If everyone knows me, I drive everywhere. I literally was just, you know, wearing my mask when and where I should be. Now, with this case of this tier 4 thing, yeah, you should wear a mask in public places. You should wear a mask where the law says you should actually be wearing your mask. The gloves thing, if I had gloves and if I didn't cream my hands as much, I probably would wear gloves. But to me, in terms of linking it back to COVID, it hasn't really been like a thing. It does give me bad spots. Now, some people be like, oh yeah, only dirty masks give you bad spots or whatever. But nah, I can put on a clean mask. I'll catch such irritation and it will actually cause me to start scratching and itching and stuff like that. So just to conclude, there's a time and a place to wear a mask.
Even to add that, it's the government's guideline and it's the science, the so-called science in there. So it's just one of those ones. The government is saying one thing, the science people are saying another thing. The people that are in the medical field are hardly at the forefront of talking about this whole COVID. It's the government. So the government will say wear a mask and stuff like that, but then the medical will be telling something else. Like even at the time when everyone's saying that these NT5 masks are the best masks to use, the mask that we're using or everyone's using day to day, there's no difference because it will still go in or how this COVID is spread. But at the same time, COVID is more spread by people coughing and sneezing and letting out the particles of your mouth, and it's placed on places and people touching it and then touching your mouth. Once you're out on road and you're touching things, I don't think it's ideal to put your hand in your mouth or on your mouth.
Yeah, in general, people shouldn't be doing that anyway. Like when you're out in the public and that, the first thing you do when you enter your home is you wash your hands. I hope so. People, wash your hands.
It's just like even before you go to sleep. I know diversion off topic briefly, but you should wash your face before you go to sleep. Yeah,
you don't just hop into bed.
So since COVID's come out, people shouldn't be now thinking it's a new thing to be washing hands and keeping clean. That should have been before COVID. So all of this should have gone a long time ago if people actually was doing the things that you meant to be doing. Yeah,
personally, we've had anti-bac in our cars for time. We've carried hand sanitizer for time in our car, so it was such a shock. We even got America and we've been piling up hand sanitizers. Like, we've done it from time, so even it's a shock that, you know, this whole thing started selling out and Dettol started selling out. People that don't even use Dettol in their life have never used Dettol, you know what I mean? So it's just weird anyway. Hospitals, there are people giving births and partners can't be there. There are people dying in intensive care and people cannot be there, and this is factual, and people cannot be there until they're actually dying, right? I don't even know where to start with this crap. It doesn't make sense to me how people are not allowed to be there to support their significant other when they're having a baby. Like, help please. Especially
for the whole 9 months process of how it is, how you see it perceived, or how some of you guys have kids. The whole lead up to just the whole 9 months to get to the point where the baby's about to drop. You're doing the whole rush to the hospital to get denied right there. You can't come in further.
I don't even know. On personal experience, I don't even know. Do you know where they have to wait? Their partners or their mothers?
I don't know.
We don't know where people have to be waiting, but I know in intensive care. My father was actually in intensive care and we wasn't allowed to see him. We wasn't allowed to see him at all when he was in hospital. Up until they said he was dying. That's literally when... I'm getting personal with you guys. See, I love you guys. up until the point when they said that he was dying, and now they're all of a sudden like, oh no, now you guys can all see them. They tried to control how much people can come, but please, if my dad is dying, I'm bringing the whole world and back.
In a pandemic before, so of course certain things like this that we're going through, it's learn as you go. As they built a new hospital in London, which is that new Queen Elizabeth Nightingale Hospital, which can have 4,000 beds in there, they haven't used it till today. There's another one that they've created up north, which is empty as well. So my personal opinion, if you're creating new hospitals because of this pandemic, why not now you have the hospital, if they're tested positive, have a special shuttle bus or medical people to take them to that place and treat it there. So you can have your normal hospitals or at least keep running as normal without the infection or the positive case that you've got there being in that hospital.
It's careless. How are we that our profession is not even nursing or hospitals, or nursing or government or anything, thinking of a structure that they should have put in place instead of putting it in hospitals where people can carry their illness and disease. So
potentially they started spreading the virus by sending those people to other locations within London and the surrounding areas of England.
There's like travel restrictions and whatever, it's not hard to like have like a bus or something like that and take the patients to one part.
You get
then there's some patients like, say like north and east is together, south and west is together, because they're both linked, in it, and you can get to them pretty close from each other. So it's just like that. People can't get into their routine, which then leads to people that are on their own for Christmas, people they're trying to brainwash to be on their own as well for Christmas, i.e. they're elderly. And then the news now will come in 2021, hello there. There is a significant rise in the number of suicides like this year, last year. Like, to me, they're just trying to kill off people. You're making people panic for unnecessary stuff. You're making people panic and it's just silly. You're messing up people's routine. So people that used to eat Christmas or go up, eat dinner on their own in pubs, like, they can't do that. People that need to go on holiday, they can no longer do that spend Christmas on their own. People that do their own thing and get away for the Christmas, they can't do that. Now you're talking about how families and that, they can't come together. Like, say if I was going to be married, now I can't go to my mum's house and go with my family and shit and spend Christmas with them. You're making us do it behind closed doors, because either way it's going to happen. People are going to do it. Do you know what I mean? People, be safe out there if you're going to do it. But people are going to do it anyway. But it's just like, you've now put up such a barrier that is having such an effect on people.
Even linking to what you said, we get into a routine. So we've come out of the lockdown to go back into the lockdown.
It's like Greece.
Yeah. Then to come back out of the lockdown to then go back into the lockdown. Because that literally was how it was.
Yeah. And then they have numbers like tier 1, 2, 3. Then people are making memes on social media, they're going to be tier 7, lock your windows or whatever. It's funny up to an extent. Now I see the memes and I just get annoyed because it's not even funny at this point. Then people was planning to do new things and you have now messed it up.
Because you did say that we're going to be all right for Christmas. You gave people that hope, that Christmas, we're going to be all right for Christmas. We're going to be all right for Christmas, people. If we control the spread now, we'll be all right for later. And it was ringing.
Someone's at my door.
To before the lockdown, so the earlier lockdown, before the lockdown, after that lockdown, the November lockdown, before that lockdown, where everything closed at 10 p.m. lockdown. How can you close everything down at 10 p.m. and expect people then to individually go home at a different timing? If everything shuts at 10 p.m, then there's going to be a mass gatherings on public transport and everywhere. So,
like, are they using their brain? Like, I think, like, when they're speaking on the news, they have these board meetings and whatever they do. Like, are they using their brain? I don't think they're using their brain. Like, shut shops. They shut shops where they have a system in place, because at first there was a system in place. I swear it was like there was a queuing system. People could still go shopping, right? I even forgot. It feels like it's been ongoing for so long that I even forget.
Because there were so many lockdowns.
There were so many. I'm just trying to figure out which one it was. Was it number 35? Was it number 45? Was it number 53?
There was a system. There's a system now, but this is what, again, the government fails and kind of confuses a lot of people. You're sending children to school. You're sending people back to work. If they can't work from home, then they can go to work. So potentially, just imagine you're going to work and somebody else is from work. You're mixing there. You say you can't mix in other households, but you can mix in the park. And
then you mix to close down the roads and you shut off the shortcut roads. The builders not need to work together to build up these roads. What do I even call these roads? Like, they shut them down and they cut off all the back roads.
Yeah.
and they made everything mainstream. I literally went into one the other day and I was so annoyed. And then there's other roads where you can't go into the road during school times on weekdays.
Certain hours.
So people have to wait until after this time to go see their people. It's just silly. But then, was the builders and that not working together to build to make that happen? It wasn't one person doing it. I've seen it myself. It wasn't one man digging, putting cones, putting the bollards up. It wasn't one man. It was a team.
Of the NHS workers, shout out to them. I'm not gonna condone you guys, but you've got them finishing their shifts and going out to the supermarket to get food and stuff like that. I've heard today that one person that worked in the NHS up to this day hasn't been tested yet. They've only received a letter on Thursday gone saying that, okay, pick up their pack to do testing. Now, in my opinion, NHS workers should be tested every week.
I feel like all jobs, if you're going to go into lockdown, then all jobs should
be in lockdown.
Stop. NHS, unfortunately, you probably have to work because this is something that's affected your part of the work. So unfortunately, you lot will have to work. But other jobs should not be working. If that's the case, then lock off all jobs so that now it's totally controlled.
Just realise, without you doing certain things, other things happen in the process. So if you're not testing them on a regular, but you telling people to spend money to make tests, people are not going to go out to spend £150 to go and take tests.
Nah.
Like, to get on a flight now,
they're charging people now.
You're charging people.
How are you charging people for a virus that they didn't even buy? They didn't buy the virus. We didn't buy the virus. We didn't buy the virus. How are you charging us now?
You just turned up home.
Yeah, so everyone was back in the country where all the people are like who goes to countries to follow the crowd like following the crowd? Follow the crowd? I'll be one of them. Businesses was getting ready for Christmas dinners.
Oh boy.
The people that don't have friends and family, or they do, and they spend it either on their own, or they end up going to these pubs or restaurants or whatever to eat in, can no longer do that. People are having to put their food in freezers, or people are having to throw away their food because now Christmas is cancelled. What happens when people are now closing up their restaurants? Businesses are going to lose money. People now are either going to turn greedy or they're going to close down their business.
The lack of communication.
Yeah.
Because like what you said, my man, as the Prime Minister, it's like he had a nap and then he just woke up and was like, you know what? Let me shut it down.
Put on his trousers.
Put on his clothes and everything, and then just made a press conference and then says, yeah, by tonight, everything's shut down. All the businesses that created or ordered their delivery for the whole Christmas week, because this is the week for Christmas, now all of that food is going, like, they can't use it now because their shops are closed. They can't open dining for Christmas. They can't do none of that. People
can't operate the way that they should be operating. People can't function the way that they should be functioning. You're literally messing up people's routine. It's the Prime Minister, and I have bare questions for the Prime Minister. I can't even lie, because it's like, you lot sat there, and sometimes this is the thing about having and owning a business. Sometimes you need to get the people's opinion that works around it.
That's right.
You can't just make things happen. You can't run a business like that, mate. You actually can't. You even mentioned something saying that they're out of money, or they run out of money.
Yeah. even 2 points.
Making us sad.
The mayor even made announcements that he hasn't spoken to the Prime Minister since September. And then he found out the lockdown the same as everyone else. The mayor's saying that the transport, because he's of course Transport for London, he's saying that the Transport for London's out of money, but is run by the government.
So how are you out of money?
So how you're out of money, and
things are rising up. Everything's rising up. You that's got money. It's greed and loss of brain. There's no brain capacity. Your brain capacity. You got empty brain, man. This one actually affected me deep. Not even just about Christmas, but it was the things that I wanted to do. It's like, we see it one way, doesn't mean our friends now see it the same way. No, everyone is different. God made every person different, as Leon said before earlier to me. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, people are literally caught up. But what I don't want people to do is now start saying, no, F this, F that, I'm still gonna go out, and then you start getting it, and then you're saying, oh, but people said that it wasn't real. No. That's just you being careless. Personally, I don't think it's real. I think it's the immune system. A weak immune system makes you catch these things. And stress. Do you know what I mean? I don't think you're smiling enough. I don't think you're battling the evil people around you. I don't think you're trying to get away from evil and bad energy. You know, you need to be around positive energy. You can't hear someone on the phone 24/7 talking about nonsense. It just makes you come off the phone and just think nonsense. Do you know what I mean? Have your own view. Like, I could say this to you, and I could say this. Me and Leon can come here and start speaking about this on the camera, but it's up to you guys what you just want to believe.
Common cold can kill someone. So you saying that this COVID-19 is the same strand as the flu, but then now they said that they found a new strand which is only in the United Kingdom.
And then you lot came with this new strand only in the UK. What is parting the seas? I'm so confused. Like, what is parting the seas? Is it a barrier of COVID?
How can they say, oh, it shuts off your lungs and your taste buds go and people die from other things?
Yeah.
And a lot of people died during this. And then apparently
people like, be careful, make sure that they don't write COVID next to it, because that's what they were doing, just to get their
the
rates
numbers up.
But even stated it on the news. It said that if I was to die of a heart attack and I had symptoms of COVID, I would have died from COVID. They wouldn't have put the heart attack.
They wouldn't put heart attack. So
we're not telling people to riot. We're not telling people to start beating up people, start stealing, start committing rude and nasty things to the Prime Minister. You know what I mean? Don't make memes and stuff like that. I'm not telling anyone to do anything. I'm just telling people, don't let your mind overthink things and keep your sanity. If you see someone not wearing a mask, one, don't screw them. Number two, don't look at them, turn around, be bold and start telling people, where's your mask? Why are you not wearing a mask? Number three, don't think that you can tell your family members and stuff, yeah, oh, why they're not wearing a mask, thinking that they're not going to hear. And number four,
come on, you got this.
Number four, please social distance your own damn self. I don't care if I'm wearing a mask or not wearing a mask. Move from me. You've now come forward. I now moved to try and get the social distancing. You keep coming forward. I turn around and I can literally touch you. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like we're trying to fight. So now I'm running from you, and you're gonna keep coming. Don't agitate strangers, because if it is my time of the month and you're gonna turn around and ask me, excuse me, where is your mask, please? You know it's an automatic beatdown. Mind your business and keep it moving. Some people cannot wear masks for medical reasons, and the medical reason might not show on the outside, but it will be in the inside. People have reasons not to wear masks. People have reasons to wear masks. So people, respect each other, please.
It should be personal space. If you keep that as personal space, then I'm not. This is your personal space.
It's not cool. And then you're talking about, I got COVID from people not wearing a mask. It's like, I want to say, stay strong. Whatever routine you had, whether it's going to a hotel, going abroad, going anywhere which cleared your mind, switch it up for this year and the next year, because it isn't promised. God will definitely provide you with comfort. So yeah, just try and keep your sanity. Do you know what I'm saying? I love you guys all, and I really don't want to hear rates of suicide or anything like that when it has something to do with COVID, because this is what they want. Like, this is what they want. Be strong. Do you know what I mean? Like I said previously in my previous videos, outshine the world. Like, anyone that wants to speak to me, sorry, you can speak to me on social media. I'm kind of funny, so I don't know what else I can do. I can comfort you if I need to, but I won't be doing too much. Do you know what I mean? Because that's not my job. But Leon here is going to talk about who you can contact as well.
Yeah. Careful of what information you get and you hear.
Be careful with sharing as well to your parents, to the elderly. As I said previously.
Be careful. And there's people out there. There's especially the Samaritans. You see their number.
They're going to put it right here.
Yeah. It's a free phone number. If you're feeling low, if you think you've hit rock bottom, contact the Samaritans. Technically you haven't hit rock bottom. Like, you've got this deep down. You've got this far.
Try and speak to Samaritans. I'm sure they'll have a lot of answers as to what you can do in these circumstances, to where you can go eat and so on and so on. Yes guys, so that is the end of the video. This video right here, I need you lot to do a big share. I need you guys to look, tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to keep telling a friend,
to tell the friend,
to tell a friend,
to tell that friend,
to tell a friend. Yeah? Stay strong, people. I love you lots. Thank you again for watching another video of mine. I hope you're liking the content. New cooking video coming soon. A period update definitely before the end of the year, because I know they're the two videos that you guys have been waiting for. But I'm going in the structure right now, so please be patient with me, and just thank you guys.
Give it a thumbs up.
Bye bye.